Okay, let's close this up now, I guess. Okay, let's do a quick recap. So last session, you made your way to Whitestone. You were given a cryptic note by a messenger from Whitestone. The note told you to follow the suit to find Tawny, and that Lady Vexalia should not be alerted of your presence in Whitestone. You investigated a crime scene where mother and father were allegedly killed by their crazed daughter after she partook in a use of sood, the same sood you witnessed plaguing Turst Fields. You then visited the Crooked Rook, a known haunt of Jaundice Jones, who was hosting a funeral for his beloved Tawny. Jaundice is attempting to go by the name James Smith, perhaps to throw off a criminal trail. But the Crooked Rook is still filled with the same old unsavory types it always has. You persuaded your way into the basement under the guise of gambling. You won multiple games of Sun and Moon, first driving the company around you to anger, then amusement, and then embarrassment towards their hard-up dwarven companion, who, despite his trickery, still failed every time. Jan used illusory magic to sneak into a back room where it was discovered that Connie King was being tortured for information. Jan used some daunting magic to fill the torturer with fear, forcing him to cower in a nearby cage. And we left off with Jan being left in the basement alone, his illusory self, following the rest of his companions back to the main floor. So, we'll start with, since we ended off with Jen, we'll start off with Conger and Brumal being guided upstairs.
Right.
Alright, so do you just go upstairs as planned?
Yeah, we were being
Escorted back up.
we're just being escorted out, right? Okay. Yeah, we'll continue to, I guess, play along cordially, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just following Brumal's lead, seeing where we go.
Alright.
Asking anybody if they want to arm wrestle for some copper.
You can make a persuasion check.
All right.
They said, nah, I think you already took a lot of our money already. Yeah, let's just call it a night for now.
Oh.
So I'm gonna take you guys up to here, where you do see that there is a guard at the top of the stairs. There's these guys follow you up as well. So you guys are brought upstairs, and Jan.
His weird mirror image was following us, or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and Jen, what are you gonna do?
Well, I basically know what the outside of the bar looks like, right? This area here, I got to
just
see
some
it when I
degree,
was
yes.
coming in. Yes.
Second here, my cat is being weird with her treat ball.
Oh, cats.
So, first thing I'm going to do is check in on my illusionary self and see where we're at.
Can you see through your illusionary self?
I can, yes.
Okay.
I can basically kind of jump back and forth between myself and my illusionary self.
That's right. Okay. Yeah, you see that you're currently up at the top of the stairs being guided out. There's a guard at the top of the stairs that seems to just to be stationed there.
Okay. So I'm going to wait until we are out of basically the tavern
Itself?
and itself, and I'm going to tell the guys to kind of go off to the side of the tavern where we're not seen once we're outside of the tavern, and then I'm going to dimension door to that location.
Very well then.
Because I can see where I'm going because of my illusionary self, and I'm allowed to take one willing creature, who's obviously going to be the dwarf. I'm going to tell her that we're going to leave this place.
Okay. Conrad Ramal, where are you going to be moving your characters?
I'll follow his Jan's character. If Jan's character is telling us, like, yeah, let's go out this way, boys.
Sure. Yep. Yeah, we'll take the lead on.
Yep.
Oh, where are you going?
We
There you go.
were we walking all the way around? Is that we're just leaving? Like they're not suspecting it. We're just technically done for the night.
The
Yep.
two
with our winning.
hobos just wandering back
Just making
alleys.
sure they're not I'll obviously keep an eye on them, see if they're tailing us. Like for all we know, they'll try to mug us to get their winnings back, right?
So
Which
you see,
I would like to see.
some of these guys kind of leaving the outhouses. Just, you might not want to go in there right away. Yeah, give it some time. And just kind of chuckles and walks off.
Where did Jan's image go?
Oh, where are you guys going?
Well,
Oh.
I can't really get beside the building, so
That's fine. I mean, you guys could be over here too
Hey.
if you want, or
sure.
There we go.
I'll,
Okay, sure.
I'll go right into the back or whatever.
here you go.
Now,
Wherever they're-
oh, sorry.
perfect.
I was gonna say before I leave, I'm going to tell the torturer right before we kind of walk through the dimensional door that the next person to walk through that door is gonna try and kill him.
Okay. How long does that effect last? 8 hours, is said?
8 hours.
Very
Oh
well.
God.
Okay. And you see him his eyes just silently, he has his fingers kind of like in his mouth, like he's chewing on his fingers nervously. His eyes just open up wide and they just kind of like dart straight to the door, unblinking. All right.
And then boop, walk through the dimensional door and over to the companions.
As you
And
bam
of
through
course-
the dimensional door, and Connie King is there as well, you guys all notice now that she is pretty worse for wear. Some digits missing, lost a bit of blood, seems to be in some pain, fairly fatigued.
I will give her a greater healing potion.
Okay. I'll let you roll that.
Advanced.
And of
4.
course, as we come through the door, I'm chuckling to myself because I'm only imagining what's going to happen to the next poor soul that walks through that door.
Yeah, that'll do it. What is that? That's a greater? Yeah. Yeah, you just see that as she knocks it back, and you see, although her digits don't regrow, the wounds themselves heal up almost entirely. The skin grows over. Seems to be at a much better stage of health right now. But she seems to be a little bit disappointed, kind of like looking at a missing pinky and a couple missing toes.
Somebody in the church district can help you with that, I'm sure.
I'm sure they can. Sure they
I
can.
know a guy, I think.
Yeah. Well, here in Whitestone.
Actually, we're from outside of town.
Well, I mean, if you know someone, just let me know. Thank you for getting me out of here.
Why did they have you?
I was doing some investigating on a bunch of soot that was going missing, and well, not soot, residuum was going missing, and coming back here as soot later. I heard
Hey, that's what we're doing.
well, there we go. I guess we're on the same mission. Brumal, it's been a long time since I saw you last.
think he looks like a hobo right now.
because he still looks like a hobo.
Oh shit, yeah, never mind. My bad. Take that back, retcon.
God.
But yeah, she looks at all you guys, and yeah, you guys still look like.
I don't recognize her, so I'm just waiting for Brumal or somebody who does.
Says, well, thank you very much for your help. I don't know how I can repay you.
Well, the information that you're looking into, we could possibly help you out with.
I nudge Brumal. You know who this is?
Yeah, I'll keep my my identity secret, obviously, while the ruse is holding here. But I'll ask. I mean, if she's kind of involved, I know she's a guard. I'll kind of play it off as if I've just met her, obviously. But so I'm assuming that well, given your current state, my condolences, that you are not one of the guards under the corrupt employ of this syndicate. What do you know about? And then I'll kind of like dig to the back of my head as if I don't know who really I'm looking for. I believe her name was Connie, something that. The recently deceased. Are you aware of this particular individual?
Yeah. Supposed to be a significant other of Jaundice, recently killed in some way, I suppose.
Given your background, guard, maybe a hunch. Are you inclined to believe that? I think maybe something foul was at play here.
Kind of gets you an eye a little bit. Kind of like maybe you're a bit more slick than she deems. Well, maybe. I'm not sure. I know they're had a bit of a falling out recently, so he might have, killed her off. But she's a slippery one. At the same time, he does have lots of people underneath his employ, so it's not too hard to believe.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm going to assume. Maybe I'll roll insight, see if maybe she's more and she's kind of downplaying it.
Okay.
About Tani, because for all I know, or for all she knows, I'm just whatever. I'll do an insight. See if maybe she's backpedaling a bit.
She seems to be not entirely sure one way or another. She doesn't seem to know why he would fake her death, but doesn't know why exactly he would be brought to kill her or why he would be putting up such a big show.
So, by that, I guess, from what I know, given the number that I rolled, I guess, I'm pretty much led to believe that she is just here dealing with the suit and has no idea of this like revenge plot between me, Jaundice, and that's so she's probably just caught in the crossfire. Not really in the crossfire, just doing her job, and she's kind of a side nuisance for Jaundice and vice versa. So yeah, she's basically just a hostage, with probably no real information as to Tani's whereabouts. So, yeah, I guess it's better we just my presence unknown for now, and I'll just kind of play it off. And if she asks or whatever, I'll just tell her, well, yeah, I'm a distant cousin, Turstfield's farmer, whatever. I just that maybe she was in town and she could help us out, but as you could see, we're a little worse for wear. Things aren't doing so well, that sort of thing. So,
Tony's I had no idea. Some interesting background knowledge.
I had no idea she was really involved in such illicit deeds. So I kind of just try to play the nice guy and raise up my palms and be like, don't let that confuse you. We have nothing to do with anything that she's done. Just thought maybe she could help, but look, she's gone. So it's unfortunate.
Huh. If she is still around, and this is all some sort of ploy, let me know if you see her. Some of the guards would like to ask her a few questions about Jaundice and, whatever she's been up to lately. But, if this is truly Tony in that casket in there, I'm sorry for your loss.
Well, we weren't very close. It is still unfortunate. Seems a little coincidental that come here and she's deceased. Kind of strange, but
yeah.
Well, I mean, she did live a rough life, I guess.
What
dangerous life.
What information can you tell us on where to find this food production?
Right. So, who are you three exactly, anyways?
We're allies.
Yeah, I'm not one to really look a gift horse in the mouth, and you did save me, but, people can have ulterior motives as well.
I'm going to use
Makes sense.
a bit of persuasion and see how I roll on it. All right, I'm going to be, come, love. We're just trying to do the right thing and clean up the town and make it look a little bit better.
Alright, so you're just a bunch of do-gooders, then?
Drugs are bad.
Something of that sort, yes.
Well, since I suppose we're
Give a thumbs up.
a bit of a private area right now, well, so far I've tracked some people around. What I've discovered is, generally what Whitestone does is it's the primary source of residuum. It gets sent to people all over Tal'Dorei and Marquette and Wildmount and beyond. But some of the residuum, generally almost full crates, have gone missing. But as soon as people start to catch on to that, then just some of it started to disappear, and then none of it all of a sudden. But going around and checking the crates, some of the residuum has gone missing from a crate that was planned to go to Kaimo. But there's no reports of any complaints. Everything seems as if all residuum has been received. But what I have actually begun to figure out is that this one Trace Filmer, this thief, I suppose, who she does frequent the Crooked Rook as well, breaks into the airship here and at the airport in Whitestone. Steals about 2 pounds of residuum each time and replacing the contents with green glass bars. Dewey DeWitt tends to turn a bit of a blind eye to any interesting shipments of Sood coming in and out of Whitestone, but there's no way for me to absolutely prove that right now. And Jaundice seems to be some sort of a main contact between where the residuum is remanufactured or turned into the Sood that it becomes later. Now, Sood is as I recall from my narcotics knowledge, mostly used by arcanists and people looking for that extra power boost for a short period of time. But many of these people have been suffering from a secondary symptom of the Sood, which is uncharacteristic. So I have reason to believe that the Sood is being intentionally tainted where it's being manufactured, and then being distributed amongst communities to cause some sort of chaos or weaken the community in some way. I'm not entirely sure.
Well, usually when there's narcotics, experimentation, whether effects are ideal or not, people that are always into that sort of thing are always looking for a better kick, better bang for buck. That's I wouldn't really know, but I mean, drugs.
Well, this,
You know what you hear.
for most people, this extra component is unknown to the person who decides to use it, and it has no beneficial effects whatsoever. It's just simply appears to drive them mad. Gives them an excess of strength and gives them strange temporary mutation. I was doing some investigation with a partner of mine, but I was captured and he got away. But I think I heard him being dragged downstairs not too long ago. Phineas Cole, is another pale guard.
Damn it.
Well,
You
we
guys
can
want me
keep
to
an
just
eye
put-
out for him. I mean, I don't know if we'll be going back in there, but we'll see what happens. Give us his description. Maybe if we see him, we'll send him your way. Tell him that we're. But
Do you have a safe place nearby?
Oh yes, I'll just probably make my way back. to Castle Whitestone and report whatever findings I can prove to the rest of the Pale Guard. Try to get in touch with Lady Vixalia. Could I get your names as well, and I'll let her know that you are aiding the investigation.
Ah, yes, of course. We have Charles, Roland, and myself, and William.
Charles, Roland, and William. Very well. If you don't mind, I'm going to go sneak my way back to the castle.
Of course.
First
Safe.
barracks to wrap up some of these disfigurements.
Safe journeys.
Good luck. Wait, 1 minute.
Okay. Hangs back for a second.
So, any idea where these shipments of Sood were, or well, not Sood, where they're producing Sood? Do you have any leads at all?
The only one who knows where the suit is being kept or created is Jaundice. When I tried to investigate further and go into his residence downstairs, I was caught.
Damn it. Okay.
But I do know that from what I heard, he was speaking to somebody in his room, but there was nobody there when I went to investigate. He was speaking to someone named Hexen. Oh, and I found this. And she gives you this kind of small, almost like sewn badge that appears to be like just numerous arms, each with a scimitar kind of going in a spiral circle. You see 6 arms and 6 blades.
Interesting.
Huh.
I'll grab that.
Well, good luck.
All right.
And she takes it.
Thank you.
And all the best.
Hey, you guys want to... hey, can you do that full make us all transform again thing?
We're still transformed.
I mean,
For
if we
another,
wanted to do it again.
I'm going to say 2 hours.
We'd need some time to rest before I was able to do that again.
And by this time, it's probably just after midnight.
Shall we find somewhere to sleep?
Well, we did technically pay for some rooms here.
Yeah, we could go walk right back in the front door.
Good, yeah.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey,
You guys want to gamble? Arm wrestle?
might be for the best, honestly.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're still
Well,
in good graces with the innkeeper, but yeah.
If we do stay, then we will be transforming back to our normal selves.
We'll just have to transform back again before we leave our room?
Well, if there's anybody else in the room, they would kind of notice.
I guess let's go look at our rooms.
All right. So you guys make your way back in, and you see that one dwarf that you had thoroughly beaten in the game has
right here?
has not returned. He's not returned.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, some of the main guys have kind of scuttled out. Let's see here. I'm gonna actually just take them. Miss Daisy. Grab these guys again. Put them down here. And many of the other guys have left. The one here is sleeping. And you're just basically left with the one tavern keeper and the cook. And one guy's gonna be hanging out outside.
You said this guy's sleeping?
Yeah.
Oh, glorious.
You see the
That's the big guy, isn't it?
yeah. See the tavern keeper there. It says, welcome back. Your beds have been made, more or less.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Yes.
Doop-de-doop. Just upstairs, or?
Well, no, it's just through that door there to the left.
Yes.
Uh,
Well,
there should be 3 empty beds for you available.
this guy is snoozing, and when the innkeeper's not really paying attention, I'm going to pick his bucket.
Very well. Make a sleight of hand check. And you'll make a perception check with disadvantage.
Let's do the perception first with disadvantage.
I go over to Brumal and I'm like, there's not much privacy.
16.
No.
Inside that room is basically just a bunk room.
She'll do a sleight of hands. Should have been the left one. 'cause I
Well,
wasn't-
you don't roll perception. He's rolling perception on your side of hand.
Oh, he's rolling perception. Okay, well, sorry. So the sleight of hand was disadvantage, or he was disadvantaged?
He's disadvantaged because he's sleeping.
I still would have got 23 as my actual roll.
Yeah, 15. Yep, 13. Yeah, not successful. You go through his pockets. You find like 2 gold pieces, about 23 copper. Let's see what else you find. No, not that one. There he goes. You also find a small bead, 2 small beads, both kind of spongy, gelatinous. The one kind of looks a bit blue, the other one kind of looks a bit green. And that's what you find.
And I have no idea what these things are, do I?
No.
Okay. Alright, well, I'm gonna go check out the room. Is there anybody inside that room sleeping? There is.
Yep. There's a couple people in there.
What?
3 empty beds, 1 for each of you.
I guess, well, I guess we're all gonna be in there, no?
I mean,
Yeah, each and
there's-
every beds.
Might as well. Yeah.
we're gonna might not be workable in an hour or 2. I'm a pretty restless sleeper.
We're gonna
No,
wake
like-
up as our true selves
Yeah.
if we do
Mhm.
sleep here.
Yep. We definitely will. So we can wait and leave, or we can...
Privacy in the rooms that we're in, like the room is just for the 3 of us and no one else goes in there.
No, there's like 5 beds and
Yeah.
Perhaps we need other lodgings or somewhere close by.
Yeah, each room basically just has dividers, and you have your own dressers for the most part. One, you share a dresser with somebody, so it can hold your clothes and valuables. The one that you have to share with, there's already another guy in there. Man, most of these guys are... the one guy that, Jen, you saw initially there at the bottom, there was snoring pretty loud. The other guy here, he has his face kind of turned to the corner, kind of fetal position.
And I'm guessing this is a window right here.
Yep. Looking outside.
Anything? Are these people actually outside, or
No, I
is
just wasn't there.
Okay.
There are, like, occasionally some people kind of walking past, and just very occasionally. It's low light there, mostly just to, you assume, to prevent crime. But yeah, there's like some housing and stuff, but most people are asleep at this point in time. Every once in a while, you'll see a pale guard walk by,
Well, I could suggest to Kalangar and Brumal that we could slip out the window and go find other lodgings, and then they won't know what happened to us.
For the best.
Sure.
There's no way we're getting out of here without a fight.
I mean, they'd probably let us leave at this point.
Oh, we could just
Maybe,
walk
yeah.
away, but then it would start looking strange if we're walking in, walking out, walking in, walking out. So if we go up the window,
Yeah.
no one will notice, and
I thought I had
they will be
social
on
anxiety.
guard. What's that?
Said I thought I had social anxiety.
Don't worry, mine is nice and high.
Nope. I don't know if we're walking out. We have to go out the fucking window. We have to go out the window. It's the only way. Otherwise, we'll look weird. They'll know.
Fucking be staring at us, man.
Yeah,
One
Congar's
guy
like,
sleeping at the table.
maybe we just don't feel safe because you, Brumal, just, like, basically robbed that guy of money because...
Yeah.
Eh.
No.
Well,
It was
that
a
and Jaundice knows
completely-
exactly who I am and is looking to kill me. And,
Oh, gross.
yeah, that sort of thing. Maybe. Who knows?
It was a completely clean game. Nobody cheated.
Nope.
Yeah, no, not one.
I only cheated as a rebuke for cheating. So,
Exactly.
you know, I reciprocated is a better term.
I don't know what you guys
Yeah.
were talking about. It looked like you guys were playing just fine to me.
All right.
Yeah,
Well, what
okay.
do you want to do?
Let's,
Want to
yeah,
go out
head to
the
another
window or
tavern.
out the front?
Oh, yeah, we could probably sneak out. Sure, we'll be
Sure.
able to.
Why
Perfect.
I'll roll a stealth. Or,
Okay, I want to bring you.
Yeah,
you guys to the
whatever.
back room then.
not?
I mean, heck,
Jerry?
yeah,
You-
okay.
Thank
We
you.
might as well do
doing
that. Sure.
stealth?
Let's just do that.
Okay, so yeah, each of you roll stealth.
Oh.
Oh.
Should be at advantage because we're in the back room and nobody really sees us.
Oh no, it'd just be disadvantage for their perception checks. And Congar.
Congar?
Lol.
I was worried there. I was worried.
Wow.
I'm like, oh,
Well,
Me
hiding
too. That's
through
why.
the window.
Congar?
We're-
That's why I
okay.
kind of.
Disadvantage.
What?
Yeah, you're a big guy. It's not a huge window.
Oh!
Wow. That's a 19.
Yep.
Wow. Where was that when I needed it?
I rolled a fucking 3.
The other guy probably wouldn't super notice you, but this guy probably would. So. Ooh.
Oh.
So Jan, say Brumal kind of makes his way out the window first. Has
Congar
no
next.
real problems. Yeah, Congar goes out next. Surprisingly, despite his massive form, you can actually see, since he's a foot shorter with his current illusory appearance, he's scrunching down much lower than he really needs to. And then Jan, you kind of go to hop out, and you kind of do this thing where you put your first leg out, and you're gonna do like this last hop with your other leg to get out, and the back of your toes kind of clip a little bit on the window, and you kind of fall forward a little bit, and yeah, the one guy kind of turns over a little bit. Just, who's there? Just be quiet, all right? Some people are trying to sleep.
Shh, you'll wake mom and dad. Convince him he's still a child and sneaking out to go and drink, I don't know, skooma with his friends or something.
Yes. Oh, fucking skooma.
Yeah.
I wonder if I can feed him one of the jellies that I picked up.
I mean, you can. You have to go back in through the window.
Yeah, we're not going through the window.
Okay, so you guys are technically out. Those guys are not there.
It's all illusions.
What the fuck?
Okay. And where do you guys make your way?
I'm just gonna find a close, convenient tavern with an inn where we have private rooms.
Brumal, you recall an inn that has been here for an incredibly long time. It's been through a lot. The Journey's End Tavern.
Hey.
Then that's brings that's right, the journey's end. Yeah, no, I finished a lot of shifts there. Do I know it to be somewhere where the guards frequent, or
Oh yeah, some people will come in
yeah?
and out. It's not like a guard place. It's just like a for everybody kind of place.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that should be.
I will
It's not
BRB.
too high end. It's not too high or low profile. I think we fit right in there.
Mm-hmm.
Decent establishment. Hopefully, it's still that way.
But you realize it's getting to be kind of last call here around that time. So you might not make it. You may or may not. Depends on how fast you plan on getting there. If you're at normal pace, you're going to be cutting it pretty close. If you go to a fast pace, you can probably get there pretty quick. You might raise some eyebrows, though.
I think
Okay,
a
well,
normal pace would be good.
we'll walk with a little bit of heat, I guess.
Okay. Just going down the roads or going through the alleyways?
Whatever's quicker, probably. I guess it doesn't really matter if we're walking through alleys, whatever. We don't look like the kind of people. We would probably look like the kind of people that would take the alleys anyway. It doesn't matter, I don't think.
Okay.
But
So
yeah,
yes,
whatever's faster.
you kind of speed walk your way down the roads. Some guards kind of give you a second glance just from how fast you're walking.
We'll tell them exactly that.
Ate some bad turnips.
Yeah, we're just trying to
Make a
trying to
deception
make
check.
last call at the journey's end.
Okay. Now it's getting suspicious, so deception check from Congar.
Why is he walking like he's taller than he is? Wait, you noticed that?
I at least
yeah.
get advantage on deceptions.
Okay. Yeah, might as well roll anyways. Yeah. All right, we'll move along. It's just about curfew. Don't want to see a bunch of people running around at night. You're like suspicious. All right. Good luck. I think it's closing soon. So you guys take off. You manage to just get into the journey's end just in time. It's kind of petering out a little bit. There's like one or two like just old drunks there. One kind of like some person who's seems like a regular who probably like has like the occasional drink there every once in a while, but just mostly kind of talking up the bartender for the most part. They seem like old friends. You come in, you ask for a room. It is a bit more expensive than the place you're at, so
We don't really have to pretend we're poor or anything, or as far as we know, this guy we're just new to town, come in later than expected. We'll pay the tab apologetically. Sorry we're late. We'll get out of your hair. Realize that it's close to closing.
yeah. The tavern
Try not
keeper seems to be
cause
this
too
kind
much
of
of a fuss.
burly woman, probably mid-40s or so. Seems to have been like pretty well working all day, kind of like got dirt up her arms and everything like that, but she looks like she handles it every day. She doesn't seem to be even have like a loose hair straight on her face. Says, oh, that's fine. 5 silver pieces a room. So
I give her the 5 silver pieces. I don't know. I was gonna say I give her a gold for the one I stole from Buddy.
oh well, thank you very much. So are you getting 2
Oh,
rooms?
thank you.
Just 2 beds per room.
2 rooms, please. Yes.
All right, there you go. Key.
Brumal and I can share.
Brumal.
You can have your own room, just because me and Jan put together probably aren't quite even you still.
No,
So-
I said Brumal with an R.
Oh,
Oh, I get it.
you sound much like a person that I knew used to live around these parts. It's Pale God.
Tailguard.
He's just pale because he's poor.
Ha! See, there's like a guy in the back. Like you gather, he's probably like maybe a retired Pale guy. He's like,
Oh, it was funny. Y'all know it.
So you guys can make your way up to your rooms. They're private. Their beds are well made. Everything looks very cozy. The rooms upstairs have they're very close to the ceiling, so they're like vaulted ceilings. Kind of like if you go into your bed and wake up too fast, you might bang your head on the slant of the roof.
Perfect place to have a good rest.
Yeah, so you guys rest for the night, and as you guys are going into your rooms, you all instantly turn back to your normal-looking selves. And you guys rest for the night. You guys wake up in the morning. What do you guys do?
I wait for Jan. I like knock on his wall.
Okay, now you, Jan, on the other side here.
Yeah, I kind of like strut over to the room and walk in. What's up?
Well, I look like me again, and I think that's probably bad. But we need to see about finding that guy back in that building. I thought about this while I was laying in bed last night. You can transform. You could have probably transformed and gone looking through the basement. But we could all try doing that today.
Might be easier if I go on my own looking, just because then I'm not using as many resources.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Makes more sense.
So do you want us to wait here while you do that? Or should we transform now?
Well, it really depends on what you would like to do today.
I don't know. I've never investigated anything. I'm more of a, when you see the bad guy, point me at him.
Brumal, how many people do you think would notice you as you are?
Well, it's been a while. The guard, well, kind of part for the course being a guard is you tend to have an eye for detail. So if we were just among common rabble, probably wouldn't have too much of an issue. But going near any guards for any particular reason, probably there's a good chance to recognize. Though I can, even without your stealth magic, I could probably just kind of lay low. I could, cover my face or that sort of thing. Just kind of hunch around. I'm not that big, and I'm pretty easy at sneaking around. So
I can put this tarp over me blanket, and cover myself with a blanket.
Yeah. It doesn't really matter what I don't think anyone will recognize you. Like Congar, you've been to Whitestone before.
I hung around here a lot.
Yeah. But me, for example, I'm the one that they're looking for, particularly Jaundice. But the guard, well, no, all right.
If any of us are recognized and people know that we're the Luckbringers, they're gonna
True.
just assume that Brumal is sneaking around.
Yeah. So yeah, we should lay low, obviously, but I think we'll be okay for the most part. I think it shouldn't be too difficult to remain noticed.
All right, well, if that's what you want to do, then that's what we shall do, and I can go investigate the Crooked Rook and see what I can find.
Good.
I'm gonna take a nap. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna cook right here. What do I got? You guys want ration stew?
Sure. I mean, doing that, I guess. Same old,
I can smash pot it up. Give me a few minutes.
a nice fearless breakfast.
Exactly. So yes, I prepare the smash pot.
Very well. Oh, and also, Brumal, you should also have a sample of that suit as well that you found on the crime scene.
I guess I would have kept that, yeah.
Yeah, Congress, so you get your smash pot, make a cooking check. What do you try to make with that stew? Oh, okay. Yeah, so using some spices from your Heward's handy spice pouch
And basically chunks of, dried meats.
Yeah. Where do you get the wine from?
I have a decanter of water on me.
Okay. Yeah, so you,
I have an alchemy jug as well.
Piss in the pot.
yeah.
Water, like from the toilet. We don't have a any cup.
My poor any cup. I missed that thing. So it's not as it's not a cream based soup like my usuals. But
yeah.
Broth now. Oh well.
yep.
Yeah, you just add a lot of extra spice in there to make the broth a little bit better and kind of just pull whatever juices you can from the rations. But it all turns out quite well. You know, as you guys can generally expect from Congar, somehow makes the rations pretty tender and flavorful, and yeah, it's a pretty good stew for your breakfast.
That flour that Adno throwing around there.
I actually have flour pouches on me because of Adno.
Yeah.
So, mark off 3 rations there, Congar.
Got her.
Okay. All right. So, what's the plan?
All right, well, I'm going to head over to the Crooked Rook and...
I will wait here for something to happen because I don't trust myself to not get noticed.
Very well. So, Chan, you head your way into the Crooked Rook. What's Brumal doing? Hanging out with Congar? Or?
I'll hang out with Congar. I'll bark up the pipe. Breakfast. Kind of chill until we're ready to go.
I ask Brumal.
Eavesdrop a little bit if there's any people eating, whatever, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll ask Brumal about whether or not he's tried to use Shimmer and her senses to track down this Sood, maybe find a location or when we get a chance to wander town, maybe you can pick up a scent.
Not yet. I haven't really zeroed in on it. Sure, if we if I can focus on that.
I don't know the limits of your power with Shimmer.
Yeah, well,
but
to be honest, neither do I.
Yeah,
it seems to be getting stronger, and I'm, starting to get used to picking up on some of the cues that that I'm given. But yeah,
well, I guess don't be afraid to try.
Yep.
Just use it. Use it every chance you get. That's the best advice I can give you as somebody who uses spirits.
Yep, indeed. It definitely is evident that Shimmer's spirit still has a will of its own and can be difficult to follow sometimes. Given the lack of, there's always that communication between man and beast, that line that falls short.
She
Try to
really
pick
doesn't
up on
like
the hint.
cats.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess when we're done, we'll basically right out the front door, I'll start to see if I can't pick up a bead on some sort of trail of Sood or any of that sort of thing.
Okay. Let's start with Jan first. So, you make your way down the road and you start to eventually approach the Crooked Rook. Did you already cast Seeming on everybody before you left?
Nope.
Okay, so everybody just they're same.
Hanging out in the room.
Themselves. Yep. As I'm approaching the Crooked Rook, when I get into an opportunity where there's nobody around, I'm going to take on.
Also, when you come back to the tavern, you will notice that those more kind of specialized looking guys are right out front. Things are a bit more on higher guard currently.
All right. So before I get into the Crooked Rook and before I'm seen or whatever, I'm going to use my persona of Shama. So.
Persona of Shama?
Yeah. So basically, I'm going to turn into a human, look like a human woman, captive blue eyes, blonde hair.
Okay.
Shorter than most women, but not quite as short as a dwarf.
Gotcha. Okay. So, so you you change. Your clothes are still
My clothes.
pretty much the same, yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, so you kind of start to mosey over to the tavern. The more specialized people kind of like remain guard, but the one guy who was outside before kind of comes up to you and says, so what is your business here at the Crooked Rook? What's your name?
Oh, hello. Hello, love. My name is Shama. I'm actually looking for... what was his name again? Handsome fellow. Just recently lost his wife.
That's a fellow lost his wife.
Yes. Jaundice. That's the one.
Jaundice. Nobody here goes by the name Jaundice, I'm afraid. You might have to look somewhere else.
Use a persuasion on him.
Go ahead.
A flirtatious persuasion, I should say.
Okay.
Come now, love. Clearly, there's got to be someone in here that I can talk with.
And he kind of like scratches his beard a little bit. You see like some kind of dander fall out, and he looks over to the guy behind him, and you see he gets this kind of like stern kind of squinty eye look towards him, but it's just kind of gives off a whatever kind of head shake towards him. The dwarf looks back towards you and he says, "All right, Shama, you say? Okay," and kind of like takes out a notepad and just writes something down on it. Looks at you again, writes something down, puts it away into his pocket. All right, go find yourself a drink, I suppose. Don't cause any trouble. I don't think the innkeeper's taking any people tonight. I don't think there's any vacancies for beds today. So, get your drink and get the fuck out.
Thank you, love. And kind of give him his chin a little rub as I wink and walk in.
All right.
Yes. Right, so I'm gonna head over to the bar and start talking with the innkeeper and
as soon as you walk in, all eyes are on you. Pretty well. Even the guys in the back, they're like, "Oh, okay, here comes another person." You're sitting in between these two other, one dwarf, one halfling. The one dwarf you see is the one that you guys beat in the game I sent him before. He's just like staring into his cup. No, it appears to be a tankard filled with coffee. The halfling has some kind of like a light ale you can smell. There's some basic breakfast on the table in front of them, and the dwarf is just like very slowly taking a bite every now and then, like out of some like pieces of bacon. Just 1,000-yard stare. Just seems to be distraught. Go up to the innkeeper. Says, "Hello. What can I get you?"
Hello.
Much for wine here, I'm afraid.
Well, I was just wondering, what's kind of the commotion? It seems fairly excitable this morning.
I wouldn't say it's excitable. It's just, it's a time after morning. It was a fairly private event yesterday, and there was some raucousness from some other patrons. Noticed, people are a little on edge.
I see. Well, I heard that the owner of this inn, Jaundice, was perhaps a little lonely.
You get some looks from all of them again as you say Jaundice. So, do you know him personally? The innkeeper kind of like leans in close, and the other two, the one dwarf kind of puts his bacon down, doesn't look at you, just kind of like stares directly forward, like he's just full on listening. And the halfling kind of like puts his elbow up on the table, says, "Yeah, do you know who Jaundice is? I haven't seen you around here before."
I know him very well. Let's just say that we had a bit of fun time in his younger years.
Like
before he
eyebrow,
met Tanya, of course.
Kind of looks over towards the dwarf. Dwarf doesn't look. The tavern keeper kind of just looks at all three of you. Yeah, all right. Well, if you know him so well, I guess you'd know, what his favorite color is, or Where
It's either yellow or it's not at all yellow.
Your, what kind of business is into? How important is that you keep it quiet?
I'm gonna say he's likes to move certain items around. Now the question is, do you want deception on that?
I'd say deception, yeah.
Natural 20.
Very good. Yeah. They kind of just look at you a little bit and kind of they kind of soften their posture. The dwarf continues to eat his bacon. It's like, some more fucking people. All right. So you're looking for Jaundice, huh? I might be able to get it for you.
Well, that would be greatly appreciated.
Sure.
Tell him he's got a bit of a surprise waiting.
A surprise? So he doesn't know that you're coming then?
Of course not. It is a surprise to try and cheer him up after his loss.
All right. You said your name is Shama.
Indeed.
And he knows that name.
Probably doesn't remember me, but he'll know when he sees me.
Make another
And I give
deception check.
I give him a little wink. Hey,
Make another deception check.
gotta open up my sheet again.
Oh, buddy.
All right. I gotta see what he's up to then, I suppose. Sure, you have lots to talk about. And he kind of just takes off and makes his way into the back room. So, kind of just sitting beside the other dwarf there.
Sitting beside the other dwarf. He looks like he's kind of a bit of in a bad mood, so I look over to him and be like, well, can I buy you a drink?
Yeah, not really in the mood to be talking right now, Missy. Had a rough night. Too much drinking, I suppose. Just leave me to the bacon.
I see.
I hear there's some great bacon ale.
The tavern keeper is like, can I get you any of breakfast? We still have some on the pan. Teddy's working away.
I would love that. It'd be lovely, yes.
Comes out and brings you a plate. Doesn't charge you or anything.
I drop a silver piece on the bar, anyways.
Just snatches it up, puts it in his pocket like nothing.
Is there bacon on my plate?
Oh yeah, there's bacon, eggs, some kind of slightly overly burnt toast.
I hand the bacon over to the dwarf.
He's like mid-chew, as kind of like staring off, stops chewing for a second. His one eye kind of slides towards the bacon. Kind of just picks it up. Much obliged.
Give him a bit of a wink.
So what brings you to come see Jaundice all of a sudden? Just because of his late lost love?
Yes, late lost love to distract him a little bit. I hear he's been a bit on edge.
Yeah, he's a bit on edge, I suppose you could say. No, I kind of feel like he's not feeling it as hard as he's putting on, but that's just me.
Well, everybody wants a little bit of companionship, and it would work very well for him.
And you just see as Jaundice makes his way out through the door, like looks right, looks left, looks straight ahead. It's like, yeah, who's this Shama?
All right, walk my way over to him and basically flirt with them like there's no tomorrow and be like, well, I was sent over to entertain you for the day.
Yeah? Who are you sent by?
It doesn't matter at all.
It does matter. I need to know who I'm consulting with, and I need to know who the hell you are. Not so easily swayed by strange advances from unknown women. I'm surprised you managed to get in here at all. I'm very curious about you. What's your intent?
Before out of character. So the information that the dwarf lady gave us.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I'm drawing a complete blank for some reason.
Someone didn't take notes.
You're right. I didn't take proper notes.
So I kept calling him Jaundice.
That's why I kept calling him Jaundice. Yes.
Yes, I'm looking for James Earl Jones. Fuck.
Basically, the person that was working with him. Fuck. Come on, brain.
Yeah, come on, Brian.
Come on, Sally. You or Brumal should be able to help me out on this one.
Oh, they're not there.
I did say out of character.
Were you like? I actually don't know who you're talking about. Like, who are you? Like, that was somebody that was working with Jaundice. You mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can
Apparently, none of us took notes.
try to make a wisdom check to recall.
Sure, I will try to do a wisdom check to recall. This is gonna go bad.
DC 12
This is gonna go really bad.
per person.
That's 20.
All right. Which one of the operations are you trying to recall? The guy at the front gate or the airship?
The airship.
Okay. So you recall a one Tracy or Trace Philimer, who is
Trace Filmer.
All.
an experienced.
Write that down.
Okay, so back in characters, and just be like, well, Trace was telling me about your unfortunate loss, and figured that you could use a little bit of companionship for the day.
Make it a 7 check. Trace, eh?
Gonna kill that bitch.
She is quite a lurker, and I kind of feel that perhaps she has some interesting friends that would be interested in meeting. Sure. So, what were you planning?
Oh, I was planning on keeping you entertained all day in privacy.
Is that so? Well, might be into that. Boys, just give us some space. Give us some space. Perhaps I could bring you down to my residence.
That would be lovely.
Very well. Like his skull kind of getting, you see like a little bit of rosiness goes to his cheeks.
Oh, fuck.
Delightful shade of whatever that awful yellow and pink is.
Brighter yellow.
Yeah,
Or darker yellow? Huh.
Yeah. I can smell his smile from here.
Yeah, and he starts to kind of like lead you downstairs and say, "Hey, could I interest you in some wine?"
Of course, wine would be lovely.
Shama, is it? Yeah.
It is Shama,
Very
yes.
good. And he kind of like pops a couple of goblets off one of these other kegs, just like straight from the tap. Kind of starts pouring out some wine.
Classy fuck.
Let me just grab a torch here and just kind of hands you a glass of wine in the dark.
Thank you, dear. Gonna give the wine a smell.
It smells pretty good. It smells like a nice, smooth, well-aged wine. It's a nice Merlot.
It's Merlot, but okay.
No hint of anything else?
And there's a guard down there as well. So what were you saying?
No hint of anything else?
You can make a further perception check.
I will definitely make it for a perception check. Fucking creepy old man.
He smiles. He's missing like several of his front teeth. They're also
giving you the old hot Cosby.
There's
25.
nothing else in there, and with that perception check, you deem like this is a very well-aged kind of wine. It's probably like 20 years old. It's been left to age in a nice oak barrel for a good long time. It's got lots of flavors, and as you take one sip, it's very full-bodied and has a nice finish.
All right, I give a little bit of a fake moan, and oh, this is delicious.
Oh, well, just wait until you see what I have in my residence. Yes, I have lots of things on the mantelpiece, as a matter of fact. Just ignore the smell as you, yeah.
Oh, what is that awful smell?
Oh, this just we have some people around. A prisoner. He's got some information for us, but I don't worry about him.
Ooh,
He's
that
should be
gets me a little
sleeping right now.
excited. Who's the prisoner, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh well, make a persuasion check.
What the hell? For some reason, my window came out, and I don't know how to put it back in place.
SpaghettiOs.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs, indeed. There it is. I didn't know I could do that. Cool! Okay. Sorry, got excited there.
Learn new things every day.
Persuasion. 42! Natural 20. Holy
Wow.
fuck!
Oh,
Third
Jesus.
natural 20.
it's just some nobody guard. Honestly, I don't mean to frighten you or anything. You don't seem like somebody who's easily frightened.
Oh, definitely not. If anything, it gets me a bit excited. I think we should
We already
visit
cut
this.
his throat last night.
Oh!
He has no information for us, anyways. He was very uncooperative. He didn't tell us anything more than the other woman knew.
I just kind of give a pout.
Ah, don't worry about it. We'll find some other ones. I think we probably, nipped that whole investigation in the bud, so we can just keep working as we are.
Ah, gladly. Then we'll have lots of privacy today.
Indeed. Just one moment, and he takes out this ring of keys and just like, and just like starts unlocking the top lock, and you just hear like this loud kind of bar moving, goes to unlock the second lock, and it's just this big, huge steel door. Okay, just one moment here, and kind of like just hunches forward a little bit, just goes and starts like turning a small kind of knob that you assume is probably a combination lock, and the door
Can I
opens.
Pay close
observe what
attention.
the combination is?
He's trying to really hide it on purpose, so you can try to make a perception check with disadvantage.
Okay, I'll do a perception, and while I'm doing that, I'll be kind of draping myself over top of him, so...
Okay, I'm gonna say it's still
Distracting a little bit.
hard.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So it's DC.
Perception, right?
Perception, yeah.
Second, just put disadvantage on. 11.
You're too busy trying to, swoon over and make it seem legit that you just don't notice the numbers.
Fair enough.
So he goes inside and brings you with him. There's a nice roaring fire. There's actually like wood flooring down here put over the stone. Big tables, lots of just numerous books and volumes, encyclopedias. Looks like he's got some kind of like a plan going on with map and some like little pins and lines drawn from like pathing and some sort of schedules on the table with some interesting kind of amalgamations of some kind of liquids in certain vials and bottles. But up on the mantelpiece above the fireplace, there's numerous liquor bottles. Well, let me just pour you something. Are you much of a hard liquor type, or would you like to stick to a nice vintage wine? I have some nice Hellfish wine here still before, the whole thing kind of came crashing down a year ago.
How lovely. Well, I'm quite enjoying the wine that I have right now, but afterwards I wouldn't mind trying this Hellfish wine.
Oh, very well. So, what would you like to do for fun?
Well, I think the first thing we should do is, getting excited always on the torturing and chaining, so perhaps we should get a few tools of implementation.
Tools, torturous tools? Well, it's just you and me here. I don't know what you plan to do with these tools.
Well, you'll be using them on me, of course.
It's very odd. Very odd. I'm not sure if I'm entirely
told that's something you enjoyed. Was I misled.
I'm sure we could have some fun. Let's see what I have. I don't have much here. There's some tools in another room. Let's see what I got. And starts to kind of like go through a little cabinet and kind of like pull some things out. He's got like basically like a screwdriver. He's got like some forks, butter knife.
Wow.
He's got like just like it's like basically a junk drawer.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna kind of just take a glance at the table and kind of see if I can see what's going on for all the items and stuff on the table, like the maps and everything on the table.
You can see there's a map of Taldore on the table, more so kind of zoomed into around like Whitestone, the Parchwood Timberlands, Turst Fields, and you can see that there is a small sort of islands just off the coast of the Parchwood Timberland to the west, and on there appears to be like a kind of a route. Locations of several or so kind of small lifeboat vessels, you assume. Password. The password being Hexen. Or the Path of Six.
Password is Hexen and Pass of 6 or Pass of 6?
It is Hexen or
Mhm.
the Path of Six, which is answered by Blades. And you're not sure if Hexen is a password that can only be used by Jaundice or other special members of whatever kind of secret organization this is, or what?
Sorry, so the answer was...
The Path of Six, and somebody has to answer back Blades.
Blades,
or
that's right.
Hexen, you gather. Which is just written on the map.
Okay.
Well,
Oh.
I think I have a couple of things here, and kind of like comes over with like a really nice towel that he's wrapped like just his junk in. not his junk, but you know, just like his junk drawer stuff.
Junk drawer stuff.
And kind of like lace it out on the table, and it's like a nice kind of silver butter knife, like the screwdriver, like some weird kind of scissors, some needles. That are meant for like sewing small patches and things. Like, well, this is what I have. So let's get started. Are we gonna make this serious, or is this gonna be more of a playful thing?
Oh, of course, this would be more of a playful thing.
Of
Don't want
course.
to scare you away right away, of course.
Well, let's start with let's tie you to the chair, and tries to like go and like grab you by the shoulders and like put you into the chair. And like start like taking out some rope, and just like it takes out like one length of like 2 feet of rope, and he's like, shit, and he goes and grabs this tablecloth and just kind of like twists it up. He's like, there we go, and he like ties your other hand.
So sorry, right before he before he grabbed me or whatever, he was just, what was he doing? Sorry.
That's what he was doing. He's trying to find things that he can use to tie people up to the chair because he doesn't have anything in the room, so he's just kind of improvising.
That's fair. That's fair. Oh, why the chair? Why don't we move to possibly the bedroom?
I like what you're thinking. Like takes off the one bit of rope and the tablecloth. Might have something better in there. Who knows? And he like brings the tools like very quickly and excitedly to the bedroom.
Anything obvious around here? Or?
You see there's like a dresser, you see there's the bed there. It's kind of very well made. Everything is like very luxurious. She's got like lots of nice rugs on the floor. One rug that seems a little bit out of place. But he grabs you and tries to throw you onto the bed.
All right, well, when he does that, I'm going to basically try to kind of throw it around, so I throw him on the bed instead.
Okay, opposing athletics checks.
Excellent.
Whee.
Athletics. Ooh, that's not a good one.
He does not have athletics.
Could it be acrobatics?
This is more of a rest-like thing.
Okay, fair enough.
11. Now,
9.
he throws you on the bed.
All right. I'm gonna say, oh, wait 1 second. I think I forgot my wine in the other room.
Oh, right. I'll get that for you right away. And he goes and starts to grab it.
Okay, so as soon as he leaves the room, I am going to use invisibility on my armor.
Okay.
So you're just naked? It's just on your armor?
No, I can use invisibility once a day. Of like my armor has that ability.
Oh, from your arm. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Check the rug.
And basically gonna
Take your
go
armor off.
hide in the corner
Okay.
and basically kind of see and wait to see what he does.
Waiting to see what he does. Yeah, he's just gonna come over and he's like, I got your wine. You just left it over here on the one seat. Where? There you go. Then so you're just standing in the corner.
Well, I'm just kind of like crouched in the corner, but I'm invisible now. So
Shama? Is this a game? And he, like, looks underneath the bed. Like, okay. 1, 2, 3. And he goes into the dresser. He's like, ah! Where the devil did she go? All right, come out. And you're a master of sneakiness. He starts like slapping the top of the bed around the blankets.
While he's doing that, I'm going to cast a minor illusion and make it sound like the door over here is open and then close again.
What the freaking devil? Wait, no, minor illusion. I don't think you can do that.
Why not?
Because it's just a cantrip. You have to be able to see what you're doing it at. And also it is...
Minor illusion? Let me take a look here. You create a sound or an image of an object within range that lasts for the duration.
Range that you can see.
The range is 30 feet. It doesn't say see.
Let's see. Minor illusion. Create a sound or an image, an object within range that is. Create a sound. Its volume can range from a whisper to a scream. Your voice, someone else's voice. A lion's roar, beating drums. Very well. All right. So it's of the door closing, opening and closing. So yeah.
Opening and closing. Yep.
Yeah. It just goes out like, what the devil? Did you leave? And so he goes to open the door and kind of like looks outside. Sharma! You just hear echoing down the hallway.
All right. While he's doing that, I'm going to kind of investigate the room that I'm in now to see if I can find anything. So I'm gonna imagine I'm gonna need a deception or a sneak check.
It will be an investigation check.
Investigation check. All right. Investigation. Oh, that's not a very good one either.
No, I don't really see too much as you kind of like going through the his dresser and the side table and stuff. You do find some stuff. You find like 3 platinum pieces. You find a couple you find like this little dream journal that he has his side. It's like, had a dream last night. It's this awkward kind of thing. I was walking down the hallway, you see. All my prisoners ran free, and then they started to chase after me with sticks and pitchforks.
I'm gonna pocket the dream book. Carpet that looked kind of odd. I'm gonna go over there and see if I can spot what was underneath it.
Very well. Yeah, so yeah, you move the carpet, and you see that there's a trapdoor underneath.
Ooh, glorious. Does it happen to be locked?
Do you have dark vision currently? No, you don't. You have regular vision. It is not locked.
All right. Well, I am going to basically try and open it stealthily, so I'm not heard, and get inside.
Okay, make a stealth check. He is now on alert, so stealth check with disadvantage.
Stealth check with disadvantage. But I'm invisible, so wouldn't that cancel it out?
This is making the sounds of opening
Fair?
the
Yeah,
trap
fair,
door
fair.
and stuff. And
Fair
moving
enough,
around.
fair enough. Okay.
Ah,
19.
Very well. Yeah, so you open up the trap door. Do you just go inside, or you try to move the carpet back over top?
I'm basically going to try to go inside and then, like, kind of hide my tracks with the carpet so that it's not noticed that I'm inside.
Okay. So you make your way inside, and you find yourself at the bottom of this ladder.
Okay, do you want to jump over to Brumal and all them, and then...
Sure.
'Kay.
All right. So Brumal and Congar. So Brumal starts kind of going downstairs. Congar, I assume, follows.
Congar's
you
parrot,
do
like,
look like you're.
I asked Brumal what he's doing.
Yeah, just waiting for you. Basically, just eating breakfast, hanging out in the common area.
I think it's been a few hours, or an hour at least.
Yeah. So basically, just like eavesdropping, seeing if I'm hearing any, anything of note really in regards to Sood or
Congar reads
trouble
a
in
book.
town, stuff like that. Whatever.
Make a perception check. Okay. Yeah, you do hear some low rumblings. A couple are kind of talking. One of the tables. It seems to be like two older men. One might even be a retired pale guard. I'm not sure, you don't recognize him. But you hear like, I heard there was another case of madness out in the city somewhere, probably in the upper district. Some guy completely lost himself and ran out into the streets and just started flailing around at people. The guards put him down. He's currently cordoning up everything with a bunch of barrels just to keep people at bay as they investigate everything. And just a bit of shock from the other guy sitting next to him. Some people can kind of overhear it too and drink a little bit more deeply from their cups. Some other people are kind of talking about like some of Lady Vixalia's plans for having a small celebration, just to keep people's spirits up, just in general. Trying to be a kind of a good Lady of Whitestone. Some people kind of grumbling about kind of the weirdness from one of the nearby temples, the temple of the Matron of Ravens, the Raven Queen. How they just kind of like dislike their ilk and some of their traditions and their weird rituals that they do in their temple, and kind of coming up with some sort of rumors and stuff. Other people are talking about how they just don't like that one guard at the main gates of Whitestone, always checking everybody's luggage all the time, trying to flirt with women, catcalling them, trying to steal from their wagons.
Right. Okay, so nothing really of import. I mean, another case of Sood in the upper tiers of the city.
Mm-hmm.
That could be a direction. I'm assuming that's, well, I guess regardless of how recent. I mean, then the murder that happened last night with the family thing.
Yeah, that was last night, but you gather that this one is like more in the morning.
Oh, okay, so it's more present then.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well that's something to go on. All right, so yeah, I just like I don't say anything, don't make myself seen, whatever, just kind of
Make a general stealth check, I'll say. Keep your head up, not be recognized.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not bad.
Congar's obviously also not disguised. Is he staying in his room or coming downstairs?
I'm staying in the room and I'm reading a book.
Reading a book. What book are you reading?
Cooking for Dummies.
Cooking for Dummies. You gather that, it's taking a while to get through a page. Probably about 20 minutes per page. Some of the words are pretty big.
Getting a headache.
Yeah. But you're still trying. You're finding some interesting different recipes. you can mostly just understand the words for like the more simple ones. Like you finish the page and like I already know that recipe. And then you do the like I know this one already too.
I could do that better.
What else you guys doing?
Not ready to go.
Mostly it, really. I'm just
Yep.
waiting for Jan, because he's going to get all the information, and I know nothing about this.
All right, back to Jan. Jan?
Yep.
You find yourself in something of a kind of a small panic room. A place to escape when, all things kind of fall apart. You see like just old shitty rug, old shitty couch. There's a candle already kind of lit there on the table. There's a book on the table as well. There's some pillows that seem to be slept on fairly frequently, like all flattened out and everything.
All right. Can I do an investigation to see if I can spot anything else?
Yeah.
Nothing good.
Don't really seem to see anything, no.
All right. So it was just panic room, nothing too interesting on it.
No, just a book.
All right. I'm going to take the look at the book.
The book is Tusk Love. It seems to be a saucy romance novel.
Glorious.
There's something to use on him.
There's a bit of a bookmark there. It's a quarter of the way in.
I'm going to pull the bookmark out and put it somewhere closer to the beginning.
Wow, okay. That's pretty shitty.
Pages are stuck together.
You're not wrong.
Pages are stuck together. Nice.
Yeah, so you do that, and yeah, you're just in a kind of like little chilly of a panic room. It's a little bit deeper underground.
All right, well, yeah, at this point, I think I'm just going to use dimensional doors to kind of go back to the same spot I did earlier
Okay.
last night.
All right. So you bamf out. You find yourself
All right.
back where you were.
And I'm going to basically turn myself back to the way I normally look and head back to the tavern.
Yeah, okay.
And report in and let them know what I found, the information that I found,
Okay.
and the fact that that one guard is dead.
Let's see here.
Well, damn.
So, and I'll explain how I found the map there with the islands to the west of Timberland. And there's a whole bunch of pins, which is possibly where they're making their suit.
I guess we've got some direction.
But that's really all the information I could really find. And I didn't think Brumal would want me to kill him, because I imagine he'd want to do it himself.
Well, we do need to find out where Tawny is, but I'm sure she's probably around town somewhere. Who knows?
Maybe you can sniff her out. Any familiar scents? We were told to follow the Sood, so we've got a direction for that. But you can always try your wolf.
Yeah. I'm going to assume. Well, yeah, that'll be a tough one. Shimmer's never met Tawny, but I have. Clearly, I would probably recognize something from, like, my human sense of smell, but being able to tell Shimmer that, I don't know, that'd be kind of hard, but yeah, well,
shot in the dark, but it's something to try.
Yeah, well, sure, let's do that. How about the letter that we were given? I will try to see if I can't get a scent off of that, considering that if it is from who I think it is, there's probably some similar DNA there. Maybe in some, yeah, whatever. We'll try that. So
Make a perception check.
survival. What's that? Sorry.
Perception with advantage.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
8.
You do gather the very familiar smell of your son.
So yeah. very like I'm surprised I didn't do that before. But yeah, that would have been. It doesn't really matter, I guess. But okay. So I'll kind of walk around the tavern, the outside of the tavern, and see if I can pick up any of that smell, or maybe even in towards the direction of the Crooked Rook.
You get the very faint smell of it. Very, very faint. Going up to the rooms where you guys were, as well as around the door of the Journey's End. Kind of a little bit more fainter outside. As you make your way towards the Crooked Rook, it has that same kind of faint smell. As you get closer to outside, you do realize that you're getting eyes from the guards that are standing outside.
Okay.
Wearing your cloak at least?
Oh yeah, no, I'm definitely being as stealthy as possible. Yeah, I'm completely trying to not be seen by anyone in Whitestone. So, yeah, I could roll a...
You're being stealthy already. As you're walking around, you also gather there's a trail of like going kind of back and forth. It's just like very faint, it's kind of crisscrossing. You do find old, what you gather to be kind of like dried, but almost like re-wetted from the muck, blood, probably from your son. Kind of just small drips and small little pools. Not a lot, but enough to show us some kind of injury. But it just kind of seems to fade away at some point, and you kind of follow your way down a back alley. You find small tears of what appears to be some bandaging. Leaving from that area, you kind of follow the smell a bit more. It seems to be kind of make its way out the front gate of Whitestone.
Okay. So that's... Okay, well, he is likely not in Whitestone, which is good, I guess, but he's injured, so that's probably not good. Regardless, I guess it's been some time, which could also mean anything. How about the Sood? I'm going to try and pick up on some of that. I'm assuming that it's going to take me towards the upper city.
Yeah, you can make a perception check on that. Yeah, advantage, because you're smelling it.
7.
So the Sood has this kind of almost hard to describe kind of acidic smell to it. But it's also combined with this almost canine kind of quality, almost like kind of like maybe like drool or dog breath or wet fur, or also mixed with kind of almost bile type smell, which is very odd for Sood.
Yeah.
Wonder what they're tainting it with.
Yeah. I wonder if Brian has anything to do with this.
That son of a bitch.
Yeah. It's his experiments with animals all the time. Okay, well, that's very strange. Yeah, and I'm assuming it's going to take me towards, the rumors that I've been hearing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems to kind of take you, since you did this near the front gate. It does. There's a small trail that seems to kind of come from the front gate and peter off in various directions. It does look like it kind of brings you to the stables, the kind of like the modest stables. It looks like something of a wagon that had this suit was parked there at one point. And it looks like some of the tracks kind of trail off. You see the smell kind of does lead you to that original crime scene that you're at, and you can kind of see that the smell kind of seems to kind of bounce around again, kind of get lost in a kind of a tangle. But you are eventually led to this next crime scene from you heard about this morning.
Right.
Yeah, so I can put you there.
Basically all over town, but yeah, okay.
Should maybe follow it out of town.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. In and out of town, who knows? Certainly an established trade at this point.
Congar is just like, weird. Why would they name it a crepe? I don't know what that is. It looks like a pancake, but thinner.
But yes, Brumal, you see there is a slain man in a pool of blood in the middle of the street. There are 2 guards watching to make sure nobody comes in to the crime scene area.
This looks kind of familiar.
And just so you guys can see what's going on, is this. You're not actually there.
Okay, this one's different.
What would you like to do, Brumal?
Okay. Well, I'm not going to get involved. I'm going to keep my distance. Assuming there's guards about, people gawking, rubbernecking, that sort of thing.
They're quickly told not to crowd around and kind of told to go on their way.
Right. Yeah, I'll keep my distance. Or I'll get as close as I can without being noticed. Not getting any closer than any of the other people just walking around. I'll do just like a visual investigation, just to kind of see if I can figure anything out. By just kind of deducing, yeah.
More of a perception from that distance, I'd say.
Yeah, I guess. Okay. Perception 24.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, you can see there was a bit of a fight. You see like some scraps of clothing you assume from bystanders that were like slashed at. Bits of like kind of stray blood from some people who were wounded. But overall, it looks like a few guards quickly ran over and put him down. Looks like he took, from what you can see, there is a broken shaft of a spear in his chest, and one kind of a little bit sticking out of his abdomen. There's probably multiple other puncture wounds from being stabbed.
Is there any hair, like animal hair or anything, around the area?
From where you are, you can't really notice any beyond like some general kind of like horse hair. You might see like cat fur from like stray cats, stray dogs. But
Okay.
you do note that he appears to be like a student of the Arcana. Very well dressed. His home appears to be, pretty high class. The door is just swung right open. It's practically just hanging off its hinges from how fast he flew out.
Right. Pretty much anyone's a victim of this drug here. Whether he knew it or not, he very well could have. It's hard to tell whether these. I mean, given the case of the young girl, she probably obviously didn't know what she was getting into, or maybe it was, emotional youth, down and out, whatever, try drugs, that sort of thing, or whatever. But this guy, considering Sood's background being by arcanists and that sort of thing, it's kind of hard to tell if people are doing this on their own volition or if they're just getting a bad batch. So, yeah, as far as that goes, I'm not sure. But, yeah, I mean, if it's just him, there's no other victims, I'm assuming? Just he was put down by somebody? Or were the guards?
Put down by the guards, it looks like.
Oh, he was. Okay, so it was the guards with the spear then. Okay. Well, I don't think I should ask any questions. They're not probably going to tell me, and I don't really want to get that close anyway, so.
And you don't recognize any of these pale guards out front.
Well, you know what? In that case, maybe I will. I'll be a little bold and kind of maybe I'll approach someone that looks a little green, a little overwhelmed at the situation and see, somebody not one of the more stern guards that are shooing people away. Maybe if I can't just kind of sneak up behind somebody and gently ask what's going on or what happened.
Like behind a pedestrian, civilian, or the guard?
Yeah, maybe a civilian at first, and then see if anybody knows anything. Like, I mean, I heard rumors from the tavern, so maybe somebody here knows a little more.
Okay. Yeah, you can make a perception check. Are you asking, or are you just trying to listen in?
Okay, maybe I'll listen first. Yeah, that makes more sense. I'll listen first, and then if I don't hear anything, maybe I'll ask somebody.
Okay. Is that a 19?
Yep,
Oh,
19.
okay.
Yep.
Yeah, you just hear from like one of the more younger folk, probably like early 20s, like, freaking drug addict. Like he's always running in and out all the time. You see him scratching all over the place. Well, I guess finally caught up with him this time. Crazy asshole. See some other people kind of just like, well, it's kind of good to see those rich folk kind of get what they deserve. And some of the one guard that just closest to you, pretty young, kind of like, just get back, nothing to see here, nothing to see. He's like just kind of drunk on his guard powers currently, like trying to make a really good show of it.
Yeah. So that first group there seemed to know that he had a history of abuse and that sort of thing. Maybe I'll kind of eavesdrop and I'll kind of slink in between, not between them, but just kind of like approach them quietly, harmlessly, and I'll ask, so I'm new here. Is this a common thing in town?
And the one guy, without even looking towards, just kind of like keeps watching the scenes, like, not really. It's just these folk here come out from Amon, they try to grab some residents here, so see the mountains and get a break from it all. And they bring all their shitty contacts and unsavory types around here. And, they bring in their bad habits and start spreading it around the neighborhood, making everybody else look bad. But no, this isn't common. This is not common at all. I'd like to get in there and see what I can take.
This poor fella here. He was known to kind of go off the deep end.
Yeah, well, no, not really. He was mostly kept to himself. I assume he was probably into some kind of narcotics or something like that. Always trying to get his fix, right? You can see him at the Crooked Rook every now and then, but be in the back alleys talking to some I don't know, some mysterious folks. We can go back into his house, and you won't be able to see him for a few days at a time, just going through his books and making little lights come out of his windows and waking people up in the neighborhood. It's just, this has to be taken by somebody else, and probably by next week.
I see. Wow. Definitely an unwelcome sight, that's for sure.
Yes.
Well, have a good rest of your afternoon, morning, or whatever time it is. Morning, I guess it's probably still morning.
Yeah, still morning. Yeah.
So,
Without looking, he's like, yeah, yourself too.
So yeah, well, it doesn't really help our cause or anything. I think Jan's probably got a stronger lead than we do at this point. I mean, it's clear that Suit is just, it's running its course in the town, but without really further investigation or further investigating, I think Jaundice is definitely, like, if we know where he is, I think just focusing on him is probably the best case we've got, the best lead we've got, I guess. So yeah. So I'll just kind of mosey on back to the journey's end. Congar's still there, and we'll kind of, I'll report my findings, and we'll see if I'll ask him if Jan has checked in with us yet, and that sort of thing, and just kind of wait for him.
All right. So, yeah, you guys all make your way back to the journey's end. I assume that Jan also makes their way back
Yep.
there?
Sure do.
Okay. You guys make your way upstairs and see Congar there kind of reading through a cookbook.
Book is now on my face, and I am just out.
Okay. Snoring away. The book is kind of like fluttering.
Right, so I will, I guess I'll ask Jan. So, how eventful was your day?
Oh, well, Jaundice is a disgusting pig, and I took full advantage of it. And, yeah, kind of tell him about the how I looked in his room and found the map that had the pins on the Timberland Islands to the west, and about the password, how it was written Hexen or the Path of Six, and the answer has to be Blades or Hexen. And asked him if it rings any bells.
Hexen. Brumal would know anything about that. I could roll a wisdom check maybe, but I don't think there was
No.
anything along those lines. No.
I think I'd
Yeah.
roll a Arcana check, baby. Because to me, Hexen sounds like Hexen Wolves, which is werewolf, but whether Jan would know that for sure, I don't know.
No, this is something new to you as well.
Okay.
We can look up we can ask people.
I don't think it's a good idea to be asking people about this
Well,
stuff.
no, I mean, the guard lady that we helped yesterday, maybe she might be able to piece together some of the information we had.
He seems to have told us what she knew, which was not as much. Unfortunately, her comrade is dead, so...
I wish Zerakil was here and we could transform him to a pretty girl and then make that idiot tell us in, like, Cone of Truth what he's doing.
I don't think Zerakil would have the necessary skills to acquire information like that.
Shrug.
But you do know where the HQ is on that island, so it's just that yellow dot. Yeah.
Oh,
Which
so
hill?
we might be
Which
able to
hill
go
dot?
in.
Ah, right there. Okay, yep. So we could go there and check it out.
Sure.
Yeah.
Should we disguise
Something to go on.
ourselves?
Well, we'll be out of town at that point, and
Yeah.
really,
Alright, I'll try
outside
to-
of Whitestone, we don't have to really worry about it as much.
Fair.
Sure.
All right. So you guys get horses, or you get your gotta get your cart back, get new horses.
Yeah, might as well. I guess. Yeah.
I mean, Jan could go and just transform himself into,
Whoa, 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 whoa! The hell do you think I am here?
I don't know, somebody who can change shape.
No common mule.
Well, we can't. When we showed up in that cart, we looked like hobos, so.
Yes, well, we can get different horses or a different cart. Although we do have to worry about that one guard, which, well, I could get rid of him.
Does seem like it'd be a good idea.
Brumal, what do you think?
Yeah. No, I think. Well, I mean, I don't think the guard will be that much trouble, but leaving the city is generally easier than entering it. Yeah, I think it's the best lead we've got, I guess. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, well, I guess get some horses, and right before we kind of leave, I'll go first and see what that
Basically,
guard
this
has to
same
do.
thing we did in reverse.
All right. It would be 35 gold pieces a horse.
No problem. I got what was that? 30 platinum from what's his face? Jaundice?
Oh, you would have found 3.
Oh, 3 platinum, sorry. So, yes, I would have gotten 3 platinum from Jaundice.
I got lots of gold. I've got like 10,000 gold.
Mhm.
It's I would have taken lots. So yeah, we can definitely afford it. So yeah.
Okay.
I've got lots of money too, but yeah, I got to steal everything I need to now.
So, you guys are going as you are through Whitestone?
I can hop on my flying carpet and go above head, like really high.
That'd be pretty high.
Just be slow. Meet
Yeah,
them
we
inside
could-
of town.
I could easily disguise us again just to look like middle-class folk leaving.
Sure.
All right. So, as middle class folk, you go get your horses, and you guys all hop on, begin to make your way out the front. Congar is, however, very heavy on his horse, and the horse seems to be buckling a little bit, but it's making it.
We'll make him look like a really fat middle class person.
As you get on the horse, and the stable hand's like watching you, he kind of cringes and just kind of feels very sorry for the horse. But yeah, he just says, you make sure to give him lots of breaks now, right?
Yep.
Good. So as you get near the front gate, you do see Dewey there at the front. Nobody else is coming through at all.
I'm gonna go first, and yeah, basically just kind of try and walk out and see what Dewey decides he's gonna do.
Okay, so you're walking out with your horses.
All right, wait there, just a moment. Just want to see what you guys got in those saddlebags.
Clearly nothing, as you can see.
I mean, that's up for me to decide, I suppose.
Well, maybe if you had something better to do other than being a useless delinquent god who tries to pat everybody
All right,
down.
well, let's start with your saddlebags, then, shall we?
And he starts to go into your saddlebags, and he kind of goes
And
like,
Oh, what's this? And,
here we go.
reaches his.
Oh, this looks like illegal narcotics, doesn't it? Sood. What do you do with this?
Excellent, you found some. Where did you find it, and how much did you have on yourself?
I found it here in the saddlebag.
Oh, well, that's funny, because I've been looking for some, and I haven't been able to find any, so clearly you must have just put it there.
Well, I'd like to see you prove that to Lady Vixalia.
I'd like to see you try and catch me first.
And he immediately grabs your horse and tries to keep it from moving.
So, as soon as he grabs my horse,
And he yells to the other guard, Hey, Jonesy, make sure you get the other ones. Go
well, I
on,
went
out."
first, so the other ones wouldn't have been there yet.
Oh, you just went to buy the horses without us?
No, I went through the gate first because I knew this was
okay.
going to be the situation. So when he grabs the horse, I'm going to do kind of like an acrobatics little swipe around him and kind of give him the "come get me."
Swipe around him so you're getting off your horse?
Yeah, I'll jump off my horse and
Okay. Yeah, you jump
kind
off
of
your
basically
horse.
just run in front of him and be like, "Oh, come get me."
All right. Yeah, he's going to try and make an athletics check to get you.
Okay, I'll do athletics, or I won't do acrobatics. I'll be jumping off the horse.
Yeah.
So
So
acrobatics.
Okay, well, he's not going to be able to do that at all. Not even going to bother. He tries to grab out at you. And just misses entirely as you do this like double backflip off the horse. Dewey rushes after you, and so does the other guard. And Dewey's like, "No, ring the bell." And the kid turns around, like, "Oh!" And he goes to rush toward one of the towers to go climb up a small kind of 10-foot ladder, and get up there and go ring a bell.
Okay, so when he goes to ring the bell, I am going to cast. Yeah, I'm going to cast Mage Hand and basically pull that ladder down so he can't climb it.
Okay, well, you cast your Mage Hand, and you try to pull the ladder back and starts kind of fall backward. It's just a wooden ladder.
Yep.
It's easy enough, but as soon as it tries to pull it back, the kid goes to push it firmly up against the wall to prevent it from being pushed back. During that time, Dewey's gonna rush up to you and he's gonna try to make a quick kind of attack.
Okay, I'm just basically going to try and dodge and basically keep jumping back and trying to get him to follow me.
Okay, so he's gonna go against your AC. With his spear.
Miss!
As you jump back out of the way, the kid starts to climb up the ladder What are you doing?
Basically get kind of the mage hand to sit there and poke the kid to try and like dissuade him from trying to get on the ladder. So basically, like just sitting there poking him, trying to push him off the ladder as he's trying to climb it.
Well, it only has like 5 pounds of like push force, so it's
Yeah,
kind of like bugging him a little bit. So he's still making his way up the ladder easily enough.
It's gonna start poking him in the face, just piss him off to the point where just trash him.
Poke him in the eyes, whatever.
But yeah, it's just getting to be kind of a bit of chaos. Dewey's clearly like swiping at you. The kid's getting up there and he's about to go and ring the bell.
Okay, so by this point, am I outside of the gates with Dewey following me, or?
Oh yeah, you're outside the gate and Dewey's like chasing you out. You could probably make your way about like 10 feet out the gate, and Dewey's coming after you. Or he's made his way 10 feet and you're like 20 feet out.
I'm basically just going to keep leading Dewey out of the gates to the point where he's kind of away from the wall enough to nobody can
Ooh,
help him.
I get it. Capture the Dooster.
Yeah, and the horse kind of like takes off a little bit into the city, out of fear.
Yeah, that's fair.
And the kid rings the bell, ding 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 ding. And Dewey's coming after you. He's like, you got it now. All right, so what you doing?
If Congar sees this once we're outside the gate, if like are they still letting us?
Am I letting you?
No, I mean any other guards, because Dewey's off chasing that guy, but other people are trying to make it through the gate piece by piece. So can we, like, go through?
There's not like lots of people coming in and out of the gate currently. This is the only thing that's happening out in the open. So yeah, you guys can go through the gate.
Okay, I'll go through, and I'm just gonna hand the reins of the horse to Brumal, and I'll hop on the flying carpet, and I will follow behind Jan. So if he needs to, beep blip up with said friend, we'll be able to grab him.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep kind of so outside of the city walls. Is there like trees or anything like that, or is it pretty
Oh yeah, there's
bare?
lots of trees.
I'm basically just gonna kind of lead him into the trees as much as I can,
Okay.
far away from the city as I can.
Yeah, you rush off into the trees, and he just doesn't even follow you. You see as Congar, who is actually like a villager, just whips out a huge carpet.
Wait, if he's still like turning back to look at me.
No, he's not turning back. He's not gonna. He's just like, as soon as Jan runs into the forest, he's like, whatever.
Oh, I'm not running. I'm like trying to I'm taunting him to lead him into the forest with me.
Oh yeah, he's not gonna follow you into the forest. He is too lazy, and he's not gonna run into the forest like chasing through. He's not gonna do that.
I'm basically just gonna stand by the trees then and start mocking him and laughing at him.
Congar is gonna swoop down because I don't look like Congar. And I'm going to scoop him. Yeah, I'm going to scoop him up on the carpet and restrain him.
So you're going to scoop up a pale guard on the carpet so there's a bunch of like other guards coming now that the kid's been ringing the bell to call more guards.
But he was a ways out there chasing Jan.
No, he went like 10 feet out and then Jan peeled off into the forest.
Oh, well then I wouldn't have. I thought he was way far.
No, he's not going to start just running by himself all the way down the path. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, then I'm just going to stand my horse and see what happened with Jan.
Yeah, I don't even think Skyrim NPCs do that.
If you keep taunting them enough, they might.
Yeah, they turn back.
Like I said, I'm laughing at him and like taunting him, trying to get him to follow me into the woods a little bit.
He's super confident right now because now he's just waiting for the rest of the guards to come. So there's probably like 6 or 7 other guards coming. To come and back them up. You can see them off in the distance. They're probably all like 100 feet away or so.
Mm.
They're 100 feet away. No, that carpet still doesn't move very fast. Nope, fuck it. Nope.
So do you still pull up the carpet or do you leave the carpet?
I'm going to leave the whole thing. Yep.
Okay. So what's happening?
Brumal and I just go to the gate and walk out.
Yeah. You guys.
Yep, pretty much.
On your horses and pass the whole thing and Dewey looks at
I
you
cheer
guys.
on the guard. I cheer the guards on. Yeah, you get him. You go get that guy. We walk in and we just walk out. Basically, yeah.
Yeah, he looks at you guys and like leaves you to it. He doesn't care right now. He's just pissed at this one guy. He's like he's just annoying the shit out of him.
Yeah, just basically sitting there like taunting him, kind of laughing at him the whole time.
Yeah, these other guards are coming out. and they're gonna try and like arrest you. But if you start peeling off way into the forest, they're gonna follow you a bit, but it's gonna be like several of them.
Yeah, I'll pretty much just kind of, once I see the other guards, I just kind of laugh and then peel off into the forest. So
Okay. You take off in the forest, and dude's like, "You want that way? That way!" And you hear like the slight instruction of like him telling another guard to stay and take his post. He goes out with 6 other pale guard out into the forest after you.
Ooh.
ooh, perfect.
All spears at the ready.
All right. Well, I think at this point, I'm probably going to be able to hide fairly easily for the simple fact that they're looking for me in a forest.
Mm-hmm.
Would you not disagree?
No, I wouldn't disagree. You can make a stealth check though.
I will definitely make a stealth check. 11!
Okay, and they will roll with advantage because there's a bunch of them. So 17. So as you rush into the forest, you go like, ha! And you go like hide behind a tree and duck down into like some shrubbery around it. And immediately they can kind of see a bit of you, and they just rush over, and you just hear like these footsteps of like plate mail kind of rushing up behind you, and you kind of gather like, oh, I think they see me.
All right. Well, I'm going to kind of take off and run a little bit further and see if I can try and hide somewhere else in the forest.
Turn into a fucking dragon.
It's gonna be at disadvantage this time because
Yep.
they have their beat on you. They get that you're trying to hide now.
That's right, yeah. So, disadvantage? Fucking 11 again. Got a natural 20 on that.
Oi.
Okay, yeah. So they also like as you go duck down, like they just see you, and a few of them are gonna fire off some crossbows at you.
Okay.
Brumal and I just walking past the forest. Hey, think I should go in there and carpet him up?
I I don't know. Jan can probably take care of himself, I hope, but I don't know.
17,
There are a lot of
15.
guards.
The 17 is the only one that hits me.
Okay. Take 6 points of piercing damage as one bolt just like sticks you right in the shoulder blade,
How rude.
and they start to like really zone in on you. They have their spears out, and they're about to start stabbing at you.
All right, well, then at this point...
Halt! You're under arrest.
Give me 1 second here. I just got to figure out exactly what I shall be doing.
Getting stabbed.
While you're thinking, you're gonna take 1 attack. Yeah, that's not gonna do it.
It's definitely going to be a
One
miss.
goes out to, and you just like jump out of the way just in time. Kind of, the spear hits a tree and takes off a bit of bark.
If you surrender now, we'll take it easy. We won't hurt you too much.
Too much. I like it.
This is the narcotics dealer that we've been trying to find. Get him!
Okay, basically I'm going to cast Confusion right basically in the middle of all of them.
Okay.
So, each creature in a 10-foot radius, sphere, centered on the point that you want. So I'm basically going to try and do it so it hits all of them.
Just gonna do a group advantage. So 15.
So 15, that is, well, it's basically a wisdom check against my spell DC, which is 19, so
Mhm.
they fail.
Yep. So they all just kind of like start peeling off in different directions. Some of them kind of like start brushing their hand against the bark of a tree. It's like, I'll find you. And they like look up the tree. And some other ones are gonna like start like foraging berries and kind of like walking off in a random direction.
I'll hand my horse to Brumal, and when I'm out of sight of people and went into the forest a bit, I'll pull out the flying carpet.
Okay. Yeah.
And start
Oh, they're all confused now, and
Yeah.
I'm going all over the place. And while they're all confused, I'm going to basically use fuck it. I'm going to use a disguise myself, and I am going to make myself look like one of the pale guards.
Oh,
Okay. So you disguise self.
make it disguise yourself as the fucking guy you're trying to capture.
Just an average pale guard.
Yeah, just an average pale guard.
Yeah, so you were donned in like full plate, kind of covering up your eyes and everything like that, and yeah, you just start kind of like milling about with the rest of them.
Yep. And then I'm going to go up to Dewey and be like, Dewey, he went that way. Let's go get him.
All right, everybody that way.
And he
No,
points
just
up-
you and me. They're the traitors.
Just you. Let's get the glory for ourselves.
Make a deception check with disadvantage, or with advantage. Sorry.
Advantage, deception.
Just, all right, let's do it. And he starts making his way like to the right in a different direction than what you're saying.
I said, boys. It's just me and
basic.
him.
And the rest of the guys are just like, they're like, some of them are like completely lost that you can't even see them anymore. Other ones are like milling about, like some of them are like crawling around on the ground a little bit for some reason, looking for something. And Dewey just takes off in a direction that's not even what you pointed at.
Perfect. I'm just going to follow him.
You'll pay for your crimes.
I'm basically gonna let him get ahead of me to the point where like none of the other guards can see us or anything like that. And I am going to do a stealth attack on him.
Okay.
Use my crossbow.
Alrighty.
And of course psychic blaze with that.
Okay.
So crossbow. That was advantage. Oopsies. So it'll be a 26 to hit.
That's a hit.
Be 8 piercing, 5 sneak attack, and 22 psychic damage.
Okay. Yeah, the crossbow bolt hits him right in the spine, and he kind of falls for a second, and then he just like screams out in pain, like this blood-curdling scream, as blood just comes from his eyes, his nose, and his ears, and just falls to the ground as like grasping his head, and it just goes still. And you hear like far in the distance, "Did you find him?"
And I'll yell back, "Yeah, we got him!"
Nice job!
I basically go up to Dewey and then just kind of rifle through his pockets, see if there's anything I can find.
Go through his pockets. You do find 5 uses of this suit.
Perfect.
You find a pouch of 50 gold pieces.
Oh, even better.
You find what appears to be just like general kind of old debts, like he appears to be like a kind of a loan shark or something like that, to various people of Whitestone, like 6 other people.
All right, well, I'm going to grab so I have the names.
Just appears to be like random people in town who are like down on their luck.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm still going to grab it, so. And basically head back to the road to meet up with Brumal and Congar and change back myself as I'm on my way.
Okay.
Is he dead?
Do we?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Sounds
dead.
like it.
He's just a guard.
Yeah,
He's just a guard. Nobody loves him. Nobody cares about him.
kind of a piece of shit. So
I was gonna say he's
Yeah,
kind of a piece of
exactly.
shit. Anyway. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wasn't sure if you were gonna try to question him or not.
no, God, no.
We
I'm
need
chaotic neutral.
we can
You
Try
know,
now,
the
but
fuck
probably won't be
chaotic.
very helpful.
we can try talk to the dead if we really wanted, but it doesn't seem.
we could raise the dead and
Oh,
Yeah, as you're coming back, you see one of the other guards, and he's like, "Hey, I think I found it."
I found the tree we were looking for.
And then I kind of give him the thumbs up, like, good job, buddy, you're the best.
Ah, thank you. Have you seen everyone else?
Everyone's there.
And he's like looking around, like, oh.
Point of direction.
He's kind of like starts walking off into the forest. And
Jan's character's a fucking psycho.
you meet up on the road. You're down a horse, so you only have 2 horses.
Yeah, well, I'll hop on with Brumal.
Yep.
Poor Congar's horse is just hurting.
Congar can just take the carpet. You guys can just take the horses, because that poor fucking horse. Congar's a little empathetic.
You could do that, yeah.
So you guys take a few days or so and travel your way down to the shore of where that island is. Once you get there, you use the map to find a few of these lifeboats. They're just kind of shored up in various places. Some tree brush has been kind of moved and put over them to kind of camouflage them just a little bit. Using the map, you make your way over to one island, rowing over. Waves are kind of choppy. You find your way to shore, and you see there are like well-trod footpaths going through the forest that eventually lead you to what appears to be a large kind of rock formation. And the path seems to go into a cave of some sorts. And Brumal, you can smell many things. You smell that same kind of acidic smell of the Sood, that same kind of canine breath and bile. You smell horses for some odd reason. You smell a lot of sweat, some blood. You smell strange amounts of feces deeper in, and also just the slightest hint of whatever fragrance Tawny keeps in her hair.
Okay.
Oh, you know what you're honing in on.
I think we're heading in the right direction. Been a long time. Is that, I don't know, call it a hunch. Tawny's here. Close. Getting closer.
Congar claps excitedly. Oh, we're gonna get to kill some people.
You gather that there is, as you get closer, Brumal, you can smell a fair amount of movement happening inside the cave. You hear the slight sounds of horses, kind of like just making mouth noises and neighing and clopping around on stone surface. The indiscernible grumblings of people doing chores. You assume shoveling manure, filling water troughs, moving hay bales, fixing carts.
Okay. Roughly, what kind of activity is, like, how much activity is here? Like, how many people? How much, like, is it pretty bustling, or is it kind of dead, or is it
So you
like...
gather there's probably like a few people without actually looking.
Okay. So yeah, we're definitely, like, regardless of how stealthy we are, well, I guess it's necessarily. If we walked through here, we would be noticed for sure, because, you know, like, we're probably the biggest crowd here, I guess.
Hey, Jan, turn into a big fucking dragon again and scare them all out of the cave.
That doesn't seem very stealthy.
Shrug. I wasn't trying to be stealthy, but it'd be effective.
Well, honestly, I don't even think we really need to be stealthy at this point.
Unless your Tawny's in there and we're trying to protect her.
Yeah, true. It's hard to say. Well, yeah. I mean, why not be stealthy? I guess we could just. I think just going in. What else is there to do? Really, just go in the cave and see what's in there.
We could try to convince them we're new parts of the workforce. We just look like middle class. Upgraded
Yeah.
the operation from a different town or something.
It's been a few days now, so we'll be able to change to pretty much anything else.
Yeah, true. I mean, we could. Yeah, we could go in again, undercover. Yeah. No. We could do that.
All right.
All right. Well, what do we want to
Maybe
look like?
look like just some grunts here to
Well,
do
somebody can
whatever.
be a slave master and selling slaves. I don't know.
Slave masters usually know what's going on. Like they would have to kind of report to somebody, or maybe like they would already
Yeah.
be employed.
Yeah, you know more about that than I do.
You wait a little bit as you guys are talking outside and kind of like behind bush and behind trees and stuff like that. Outside the cave entrance, pushing this wheelbarrow filled with just like hay, like dirty hay, horse manure, just like grumbling. They always make me do the shitty fucking jobs, and like dumps it just outside the cave, a little bit of a ways away, and then goes to bring it back in. He's like donned and a cloak. He's wearing an odd kind of very cheap amulet, mostly made of like just like copper or brass or something like that. And you can kind of see from where you are, Brumal, just based with your amazing eyesight, it seems to have the same kind of general symbol as that patch you found.
Ooh.
See.
And he goes back in with the wheelbarrow. You see faint torchlight inside the cave.
We could use that and make a couple minor illusions of it to make it look like we have them as well.
Good idea.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, we'll just maybe kind of look the part of these. I mean, they're probably disheveled grunts, just kind of doing whatever. And we could. I mean, we kind of know, like, the password, quote unquote. If it's prompted for us to, or if we're asked, we just don't really know what's going on. But we know some names. We could probably fake our way through it. Yeah, sure. Want to go?
What is the password
Shape,
again?
Hexen, or well, any buzzwords I guess that might be asked. There's Hexen. There was I just forgot it. The Path of the Six.
Sounds like somebody didn't write it down.
Yeah, we don't care. Well, let's just go and start killing shit. Yeah.
So it's Hexen or the Path of the
Path
Six.
of the Six. Yeah.
Answer is Blades or Hexen.
Right. That too.
See, I learned from my first mistake, Jerry.
Mm-hmm. So that's one of those things.
One of those things.
All
Yeah.
right.
So sure,
Yeah.
I'm down. Do it.
I'm trying to write this down one second. So,
As you guys walk inside, you kind of like take very basic cover. They're not really looking at you. The one guy kind of like brings the wheelbarrow back in, starts making his way towards the hay bales. There's another guy kind of like cleaning out the muck or whatever from.
all right,
one of the
I'm ready to write
waterfalls.
this down. What was
Hexen.
Hexen? Okay.
Path of the Six.
Hexen's an answer to Path of the Six?
Could be,
Well,
or it could be Blades.
Okay.
Yeah. We
You
don't
don't
really
know.
technically know. Yeah.
It auto-corrected Hexen to Helen.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm good.
How would you like to proceed?
The best way?
Are we shape changed? Appearance changed?
Minor
Are we doing that?
illusion. I think we're doing the minor illusion.
We could do the seeing to make us look like a regular grunt.
They kind of are dressed like religious zealots in
Cultist.
dark cloaks and strange amulets. They look like they're wearing like low-level medallions.
Well, that's probably easier then, because that just generally that type of clothing is more covert anyway. So yeah.
Yep. So that sounds good to me. I'll make myself look kind of generally just like them with the medallion and the cloaks and everything.
Okay. Are you still yourselves, or are you like?
I'll make us look like average humans at that point.
Yeah, I guess it
Nothing
doesn't really
special.
matter too much.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you guys get the cloaks and everything like that, and Connor is a slightly taller cultist. As you guys
And
make your way
fatter.
inside. Yeah, and
Just,
fatter.
yeah. You gotta make up for the weight.
Fuckers.
Yeah, you walk inside. You come out and you reveal yourselves and say, "Hey, who are you? The Path of Six?
Blades.
Ah, okay. Must be new recruits. Hey, Jonesy." And the other guy looks over. Yeah, I just let him in. Do you guys know what you're doing, or
We haven't got orders yet.
The one guy kind of comes over from the cart, and you can kind of see on his chest, he has a silver medallion. Okay. Well, I could. There's some work to do. I know we have to clean out the beds after the ones got destroyed. So you can clean out that rubble, start putting that together. We can find some more stone. Get some more furs to replace the other shit. You must be the ones to replace the dissenters, the non-believers. Yeah.
Yes. What happened to the non-believers?
Well, you see, they saw some things, right? They just didn't really like how things would run, how things are done around here, and they start, spread some rumors, talk about how they don't like certain people, and wow, in their sleep, they get crushed in their bed.
So
Oh, wow.
in other words, keep our mouth shut and keep our mind our own business.
Yeah, pretty much.
Perfect.
Yeah. Well, you can probably go and see Sprite down there. He'll probably be your boss for today until we can get you all sorted. You can't
Alright.
miss him. He's a pretty big guy.
Curious how Brumal's nose is. Once we're like out of earshot of everyone, I'll kind of whisper to Brumal, like, "You still picking up a scent for Tawny?"
Assuming it's getting stronger.
Yeah. Sprite will probably take you right to Hexen, just so you can get sorted.
Sounds good.
Thanks.
All right, just make your way down the stairs towards the bedding area.
Make our way down the stairs towards the bedding area.
Okay. Jen, you make your way in. Kagar.
Thank you.
At the very end, you see a huge demon.
Well then.
Standing probably about 13, 14 feet tall. Just big, burly gut. Huge tusks coming from the bottom of his mouth. You've actually seen one of these guys before. Geefus.
He looks familiar. Yes.
Yeah. Not the same guy. Different. You can see his
Yeah,
hair
but
is
same.
colored. Yeah. As he's kind of going around, like ripping out like furs from a bedroom. There's like rubble spattered about. A bit of blood starts to kind of like drain from the one bedroom. It just seems like trying to rip somebody out, but the leg just pops off. It's like,
Shit. Good. Newcomers. Come here.
Hmm.
I'll send Congar first.
Trying to click on my guy. There you go.
you see him kind of squint at you very interestingly as you get close.
Hmm.
Interesting. All right.
What is it?
Nothing.
Huh.
Follow
I'm
me.
insight check.
Sure. Let's see. It's not trying super hard.
My danger sense going off.
Are your Goliath senses tingling?
Yeah, that's pretty much my danger sense for sure.
He's not trying. He's looking at you like he knows. He's looking at all three of you like he knows.
Do I know after fighting him or fighting one of these before if he's got true sight?
You gather back and you think at one point one of you guys might have been invisible at one point, but it didn't seem to have any effect.
Oh fuck, yeah, that's right.
All right, let's go.
Jan.
And he starts to like lead you on downstairs further.
We're bound to get our hands dirty at some point.
Yeah, let's go for a longer walk.
These
Yep.
guys are walking.
I'll just let him
past-
know, like, Jan, he knows.
As you guys are all walking past, you can see like some of the bedrooms. Some of the guys are sleeping in there. There's some a dead guy in one. There's another bed that's been shattered and broken. You assume by him. And yeah, you guys start to make your way down. You see a fighting pit there. Some of these guys are training, and just keeps walking. So yes, follow me. And it like pushes these doors open.
Let me know when my danger sense peaks.
Immediately you smell a bunch of like something acidic.
Ooh, kind of like he smelt on the Sood.
And inside this other room appears to be like some sort of kind of factory type operation. Looks like they're dumping residuum and some other kind of strange, gross kind of almost like vomit into the other tank. It's all mixing together and condensing and pumping out what appears to be Sood in these here. And it's being stacked on shelves. Yeah, along these walls over here you saw weapons and everything. Kind of makes its way through. Keeps asking you to follow.
This is a nice, easy way of getting around.
Didn't think we'd have an escort.
Yeah.
Guys, I got a bad feeling.
As you guys get closer, you can see these huge cages. In one, you see what appears to be a werewolf just in the corner there, like just munching away on some steak. You see a bunch of fresh meat on this one table.
Oh god, they're putting werewolves into the...
Further on, you see what appears to be... Well, actually, you don't see anything because those doors are closed. And, yeah. He keeps asking you to keep going further in.
Does Brumal still smell Tawny's hair? Or?
Yeah, as you're getting closer and closer, you can smell Tawny.
Yep. I think this is inevitable. I mean, can't run. This is why we're here. I think all three of us know that this is it. We're fight whether we want it or not, and this is where we actually need to be. So I think this is our only option.
Win-win.
Wait for the drop.
Okay.
As you get closer, you see another four-armed demon with pincers there. As
A witch?
fast
Sorry?
goes, yeah, another demon.
A demon.
4 large pincers for its arms. I'll bring you down closer.
Is his name Citizen Snips?
It can be. And at the very end there, on a large platform, you see what appears to be this 6-armed serpentine-type woman with the upper body of a woman and the lower part of a snake.
I met
Nice.
somebody like that before, but it was all snake.
Oh. It seems that
What do they call those? Like Naga, or there's another word for them.
She's
the word?
A Merilith.
Okay, that's not what I was. There was another word I was looking for. I couldn't remember.
He's a type of demon commander. So, it appears that we have some more help, then. Well,
Yep.
interesting. A Goliath, some strange doppelganger. Interesting. And a human. Ah? Are you the Luckbringers? I've seen posters of you before.
No, not at all. Never heard of them.
You don't even have to make a deception check.
I was gonna say, yeah, roll initiative.
And I use a bonus action to rage.
Okay. You sit there and you just rage. Your eyes go white. The spirits pop up from your tattoos. And she just says, You're here for something. Yes, Jaundice told me.
What did he tell you?
I can give it to you if you're willing to work for it.
What's this work that you require?
Well, I enjoy fun things. I like to witness games. I like to see people suffer. If you would like to find this Tawny, you're my guest. All you need to do is go through this door and find her yourself.
That door there? Okay.
What say you?
This one here?
Other side.
I see an opening here. I didn't see.
Yeah, I'm kind of blind. Well,
Insight check, Jan.
bottom left of the room.
Oh, I already know she's trying to screw us, and
For
basically
sure.
by making us go in there, she's gonna make us either attack Tawny or fight Tawny in one way or another, because she likes pain and torture. So
You'll see all sorts of things within.
Congar grows in size.
Yeah? How so? Do you smash the Titan Stone Knuckles, or do you...
Skill first.
Okay.
The giant's form.
basically gonna be like, well, let's be reasonable at this point. We both know that
She just
things
seems
will not go
amused that
well.
Congar enlarges in size, and from behind you hear another door open and close. As another
I turn and
large
look.
demon
Let me guess. It's Jaundice.
blocks the doorway. Nope.
Another big demon. Now, if you give us Tawny, and we'll gladly leave without causing any more problems.
I'm fully allowing you to take Tawny. Just go on and get her. And you I just
You're
want to show
playing games like you always do.
It's what your kind does.
Of course, it's what we do. What else is there to do? It's the whole reason
Yeah.
we're sending Sood into these communities.
Why don't you just go get a job?
Yeah, and a haircut. Lose some of those arms and be normal or something. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
see.
even if we cut a deal with them, well, they're demons. That deal's worth the handshake that nobody sees, so.
Well, you're running out of time. She's in a very delicate place right now. What with, our production into her Sood, and if we don't use enough of the acid, then it can fill the entire chamber.
Brumal, you can get Tawny if you want. I will guard your back.
She's threatening to fill the entire chamber with acid?
That Tawny's in.
Yeah. I wish I knew what that chamber looked like.
I'm afraid your large
Well-
friend is too big to fit in our hallways now. He's just grown
Honestly,
too great in size.
I have a plan.
I scoff.
I'm not saying that out loud, obviously. I think I will go in after Tawny. You guys can stay here or position yourselves accordingly. I'll be right back.
I'll just entertain our guests.
Sounds great.
By all means, I would love entertainment.
Excellent. Well, what shall we do?
Want to draw a card?
Yeah.
We could play cards.
We don't have the cards, unfortunately. I really wish I did.
How about just watch. And you see this kind of flick of her wrist as this kind of bracelet creates this kind of floating orb that seems to be almost kind of a 3D screen in a way, and it's kind of floating kind of around the vicinity of Brumal. Like, you can't actually see the orb itself, but you can actually feel something kind of watching you as it's kind of just, broadcasting around your head.
So it's kind of revolving around me then, basically?
Yeah, her, whatever it is that is, like, basically filming you.
Right. It's showing what its POV is towards me, basically. It's like an Eye of Kilrog from like War 2. It's like
Yeah, just hanging around.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I don't mind an audience entirely. Know what your tricks you're willing to play, but we'll see if I can do you one better. So I'll slowly walk between the demons, kind of down here, and I'll head into that chamber. It is down this direction, right? Okay. Okay, so I will, and the door is like a... Yep, sure. I'll cautiously open the door.
Yep. The one cultist opens it for you. He's like, yeah, well, enjoy yourself. He opens the door and closes it behind you, locks it.
So, I was gonna say, right when the cultist opened the door, it's gonna take a shot at him.
A shot?
Yes, a shot.
I'll fucking wing my my lightning javelin.
I don't know, I'll take a shot at the cultist, because he opens the
Okay.
door, and when he says, have fun, I'm gonna take a shot at him with my crossbow.
Okay, you take a shot with your crossbow.
Yep. 26 to hit!
That is definitely a hit.
7 piercing and 2 sneak attack.
Fuck it, I'll wing the lightning javelin as soon as I see you lift your
No,
crossbow.
No, just
Oh,
let
damn it. Let me fucking lightning javelin.
And Hexen says, so, this is how it's going to be then.
You wanted entertainment, didn't you?
I just laughed and go, well, you wanted entertainment and you like torture and pain. I'm just providing you with some.
And that one cultist who isn't dead, but quite harmed, slams the door and locks it with Brumal inside, and we'll roll initiative.
Excellent.
Just give me a second here. Let me get that going. Okay, yeah, just click on your bros.
Oh, God. My
That's
initiative
terrible.
always sucks. It's always horrible, yeah.
Well, Brumal's technically not in the fight, right? Because he's locked on the other side.
Yes, yeah, maybe.
Well, we're still gonna be going round per round now.
That's fair. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, true. I'm definitely ready for a fight, so...
So that would be 12. And descending. And we'll end the session there for now.
Excellent.
Right. This is it. I mean, technically all we really have to do is get Tawny out. We could try to save Whitestone, but I think we're killing birds here, so...
I mean, if we destroy this, and we bring Tawny to safety, and we have basically evidence on Jaundice and, like, the Whitestone guards and the corruption, like, it's just, if we can get through this, we're...
Yeah, I was wondering, I'm like, okay. Well, it's Jaundice, so we're all level 20, we're basically gods. I'm like, oh, so how many humans and dwarves and shit are we gonna have to fight to make it a fair fight? Oh, never mind, giant demons. Okay, yep, that makes sense.
Wave after wave of his own men.
It's like a room full of fucking demons. Oh, yeah, okay.
I was like walking through, I'm like, there's really not that many guys here. There's gotta be surprises.
Yeah. Like, what's gonna happen? Jaundice he's just one fucking guy. He could barely stand on his own 2 legs. Yep. Oh yeah, no, giant fucking... Yeah, no, well, I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Excellent.
Now I'm even more excited for the next one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I gotta
there's
hit.
got to be a combat. If we went through a one shot without combat,
I'd be pretty impressed actually with that.
actually, yeah, we are pretty utility like.
I was
RP,
gonna say, did you see
yeah.
what you guys were doing?
Yeah, no, true. That's true.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
we were
could've
pretty sneaky.
gone through this without any combat, technically.
Yeah.
Technically, there would have been a
Technically.
consequence.
Yeah, but where's the fun in that?
Indeed.
Exactly. At this point, it's like, okay, we need to fight something.
Yeah.
Oh, Congar's fucking jonesing.
It's a pretty
Demons?
combat.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah, you would.
I'm just excited for kind of using all my utilities now.
Yeah, I do have a plan, considering the knowledge that I have. So we'll see. I just don't know what the room looks like, whether Tawny's actually even in here. But I mean, my toucan Sam is going nuts, so I mean, I'm sure she is in here.
And you can
So-
smell the scent of her in this area.
Right.
It's a lot stronger, but it's spread throughout.
I totally thought she was going to be the Naga, so.
Right?
I thought maybe she was. Yeah, who knows, right?
They fucking changed her into
Possessed
something or did something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, you didn't manage to ask why she is there.
Ooh,
But that is-
cliffhanger.
Yeah,
She could be.
an unknown thing.
Yep.
Maybe she set the trap.
It's possible, yep.
Either way, it's worth coming out.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. It'll be fun, especially now that there's a whole bunch of demons.
Yeah.
Now I
Yeah,
really miss Eric
And then we
Yeah.
can pick that session up next time.
If you're looking for some fun, fast-paced and light-hearted